Welcome back. You hear Goldberg. Today I'll be talking about whether or not you should use social media, a very popular subject. And it's important to note most people get on these networks because their family, their friends, their community is plugged in and they don't want to, is everyone hanging out without me? At the same time, there's this general stimulation of the egotistical perspective, which a lot of human beings, that's just, almost second nature to be egotistical. So it's like, people want to hear what I have to say. No, most people don't know who you are on social media unless you built up a huge following, and many people will not build up huge followings, yet they'll keep uploading a picture of their dinner or where they are or their opinion to like 1 or 2 likes because they want to feel as though, yeah, I'm relevant. And this is where my channel infuriates a lot of people. In fact, there are some who have stuck around hate watching for years, wasting their lives because they can't get over the fact I'm not terribly egotistical. I'll tell you, opinions I had in the past, I've gotten more information, I've read more, experienced more, talked with more people, and now I have an expanded perspective. I'm not trying to cover it up. An egotistical person would say it never happened, I've always been right, that sort of thing. But many individual cannot get over that. So I'm just going to highlight the major social media options and we'll get a sense of whether they're worth plugging into or not. Facebook Watch. Yeah, subliminal messaging there, you might say. Unless you have a business page you're running on Facebook, it's a waste of time. You don't know if it's your liberal relative watching what you post, if it's a coworker who is nice to you when you're on the job but wants to get a one-up with the boss. Even if there's no promotion in line, they'll do this. You don't know if someone's impersonating another individual to get access to your page. It's just not worth it. Don't waste your time on Facebook. I did it for a number of years. I'm glad to have been about 5 years out. I don't have an active account. That's a good thing. Instagram, another creepy logo. Unless you have a business, why bother with an Instagram page? Yeah, but I have to upload pictures of my meals and my vacations so 5 people can like them. Here's the deal. Why don't you do the old school thing and create a physical photo album, and you'll probably end up showing it to the same amount of people in real life, but it's a little bit more interactive. It's not just, yeah, like here, like that. You have to pay attention to what you're seeing, okay? Now, you want to have just a anonymous page to look at memes, but even that, looking at memes is addictive and probably a waste of time in the grand scheme of affairs. And you got the red pill guys. You have to have a bunch of Instagram followers and really impress the woman. All right, so if you're like a model or you are a viral comedian, the status might help you. But trying to use all these set piece pictures to, maybe slightly tickle the fancy of a millennial or a Gen Z chick, I mean, why? That's massive clown game. You might as well just buy like a Hugo Boss suit and a nice watch like fake Rolex or a Fossil and a nice car and just talk to them in real life and try to find a gold digger. Why would you even bother with all this, oh, I've got to make sure the angle's right and make sure I have enough pretty people around me? I mean, it's like, why? Who cares? Get on with your life. That's not worth all the effort because in the end, if she doesn't find you attractive physically, at best, like I say, you'll be going for the gold digger. So you might as well make that a lot more obvious with the way you carry yourself in real life. As for Twitter, basically a parasitic cousin of Facebook, more of that, I need to participate in a national conversation with, 140 characters? Is it more now? Waste of time. I was actually happy they recently changed it because I don't have an account anymore, but I would read the little conversations. But now, if you don't have an account, they'll keep harassing you to log in. I was like, okay, I'm going to use you even less. Don't waste any more effort by being a member of Twitter. It's just a cesspool. And hopefully it will die, although I'm not confident with that fact. As far as ChapSnap is concerned, the only reason I would have Snapchat is, let's say you match with a chick on a dating app and you're trying to verify the way she looks. It's also a good approach if you're trying to gauge interest because women typically don't give out or exchange pictures if they're not interested unless they want to charge you for the pictures, which some might attempt to do and probably fail. But otherwise, as far as having a story and all that, Snapchat's a waste of time. TikTok. TikTok is just training your mind to have a lower and lower attention span, and kind of like watching memes. It's fairly pointless. At least on YouTube, which by the way, YouTube's dying with all the ads, with the algorithm. You basically have to be a beta male simp for the algorithm if you want to get views. At least though, you watch a video on YouTube, there's a chance, not guarantee, it's a little bit more thought out. There's actually, you're going to be learning. TikTok is, oh cool, oh cool, oh cool, right? Just constantly entertain me, lower my attention span to where I can't read a book anymore. I can't even watch a movie anymore. Just try to avoid TikTok as much as possible. And then we have LinkedIn. You got to be in, folks. Total waste of time. Why would you put your picture, your job title, your employer, your location, your university on a public forum? You're just asking for someone to say, oh, you made a comment over here. Now I can track you down and perform my economic terrorism on your life. Don't even bother, okay? If you have the proper skill set, they can find you on Indeed, on ZipRecruiter. If you don't have this skill set, it's not going to matter. They're probably not going to hire you on LinkedIn anyway. Just avoid the ego thing. It's always coming back to that, I need to be paid attention to. I need to have this public persona where all these folks think I'm relevant. No, it's not worth it. The simpler life, the less, I guess, visible life is better in almost every case. I should note, however, LinkedIn Learning is a good resource. It used to be lynda.com. You can access it through most library systems. You have the card. You don't even need a LinkedIn account. And that will, like right now, I'm doing a class that's preparation for an IT cert. There's a lot of that, project management, SEO, all that jazz. Don't avoid taking advantage of those free opportunities to expand your mind, but you don't need to be on LinkedIn itself. So that's my general view. If you can strip away the egotistical side of your existence, it's much easier to relinquish social media, the smartphone, all of this stuff. And maybe you're not going to be up on every little meme and every little viral video, but the likelihood is you're going to have a life where you're more in contact with the world, with stuff around you. You're probably going to be happier if you can reach that point. I'm working on it, and I encourage you to do the same thing.